Welcome into week 6 of EndZone, our game of the week. A couple of 6A powerhouses battling. Oxford visiting the dominant Tupelo Golden Wave and that Ty Hardin defense. Also coming at you, Starkville, after losing to Madison Central, looking to bounce back against Clinton on the road. That one came down to the wire. And West Point looking to keep things rolling at New Hope. All that more coming up right now.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show with John Sokoloff, Cam Dyer, and Grace Ibarra is brought to you by OCH Orthopedic Center, Jax, Carl Hogan Toyota, Wade Incorporated, and Clark Beverage Group.
Welcome into week 6 of EndZone. John Sokoloff and Grace Ibarra with you at 11 o'clock. We've been rolling. Last week is 7:30 kickoff, so I would just like to say thank you to whoever needs to listen to this because it's over. Really only probably impacts us because we have the 10 and 11 shows.
Yeah, I'm sure people would like to get home a little bit earlier from those games.
So they can watch us.
Yes.
Get home in time to watch us live.
Exactly
That's right.
that.
That's perfect. Well, the reason you want to watch us live is because we show as many games this weekend. We got 17 highlights for you tonight, but our game of the week, Oxford Tupelo. I mean, there are so many ways to dissect this one. We'll get into it a ton, but what were you expecting to see out of it?
Oxford Tupelo, I was expecting to see Tupelo wanting a little bit of revenge. They've lost 4 times in a row to Oxford, and they're finally back on their own turf, their Smurf turf, that is.
Yes, of course.
And they're going to want to win it, I think.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you know, like, there's something had to give with this one, right? Because Oxford scored 43 points in its last 3. Mac Howard, the Utah commit, just offensive juggernaut. Ty Hardin's team, 3 shutouts coming into tonight. Dominant on defense. Great offense, great defense.
What's going
to Makes
happen?
for a great matchup. I don't know. How about we show you the highlights? Let's roll it.
WCBI's High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Carl Hogan Toyota in Columbus.
And it got our sweet Cam Dyer to Tupelo safely. Carl Hogan did. Check out this RAV4. Grace looks pretty nice. Look at that navigation up there, too.
It does, and it's safe. You can't ask for anything more than that.
You can't. How about you go get yourself one tomorrow at Carl Hogan Toyota. Tupelo taking the field, trying to beat Oxford for the first time since 2017. Jeremiah Harrell breaking through this dart to KD Gibson. Golden Wave would miss the PAT 6-0, but Grace, Tupelo defense, absolutely relentless. Jeraylin McCoy meeting Roman Gregory in the backfield. Chargers couldn't get anything going. Second quarter, Harrell looking for Gibson on the deep ball.
All day to throw.
That ball seemed like it was in the air forever, but it was right in the breadbasket. 85 yards for the touchdown. Golden Wave punched in a 2-point conversion. They go up 14-0. The fans going crazy. Tupelo kept pouring it on. Harrell, JQ Witherspoon. Can you say track meet? Look at this kid.
No one can keep up.
Oh, man, I want to find out his 40
Crosses
time.
the finish line.
I don't know, 21-0 Tupelo. He crossed the finish line. Tupelo crossed the finish line in terms of winning. They got it down to 35-0. Big goose egg there. All right, how about we go down to Clinton? Starkville, Clinton. Arrows getting it early. Jordan Batty scrambling. Lost the big man up front, but somehow finds his way to pick up 20 yards on the play. Now it's Jacoby Calvin. It's his turn to use his muscle. Wrapped up early, but the power from him and his O-line puts him deep in the red zone. You got to play till the whistle's blown, right, Grace?
I mean, how many more yards did he get there just because they kept churning?
Great. Just a ton of grip. All right, why not feed the man? Calvin in the hole at the red zone. 7-0 Clinton. Yellow Jackets trying to get something going here on offense. Trey Petty looking for Isaiah Witherspoon with a nice pickup here for the first down. But Clinton would end up winning this late, taking down Starkville 35-28. Grace, what's up in New Hope?
We've got the Green Wave versus the Trojans. West Point at New Hope first quarter. Kanan Daniels takes the direct snap, and he's off 19 yards to the end zone to put West Point on the board. First 2-point conversion was no good, so West Point's just up 6-0. New Hope back with the ball, looking for Jordan Bailey, but West Point's Chris Chandler
what a pick.
comes up with the pick instead. Daniels then tacks on another touchdown for the Green Wave. They lead 12-0 at that point. And the food smelled amazing, by the way.
I smell from here. Smell through the screen.
West Point with the ball again. And here comes Daniels, marching 72 yards down the field, dodging defenders. And eventually he's dragged down at the 8. But, John, look at what happens here. The ball comes out with him
Man.
as he hits the ground.
He was holding on to it well, too. Just a great play by Dawkins of New Hope.
Yes, with the fumble recovery there. Trojans can't get anything going, though. Green Wave take over, and so does Quintarian Tillman Evans. Outmuscles, outruns everyone for the 39-yard score. West Point up 20-0 at that point, and they just keep adding on, John. 42-7, your final from New Hope.
Okay, how about we go out to Columbus, hosting Greenville. Grace, Columbus got its first win last week.
I think we're Lafayette and Saltillo.
Oh,
actually.
excuse me. Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
About Columbus there.
Got too excited about my
Tigers
Falcons.
kick it to the Commodores, and Devin Tanner takes it for the Commodores, and he goes 88 yards for the touchdown. Lafayette leads 7-0 at that point. He was just as excited and ready for you.
Yes, that's right. Lafayette also lost to West Point last week. They played this one angry tonight.
After a 3-and-out by the Tigers, Commodores again with the QB Charlie Fair on the toss to Demarion Gibson for the nice gain. Then again to Gibson, but Doris fails to score. Tigers get it, and Braden Bowen bowls for some yardage here, but the Tigers had to punt it back to Lafayette. Still 7-0 at that point. They go on to win. Lafayette goes on to win 56-7.
All right, now we're at Columbus. So they won last week 8-3. So this is my wish for them tonight. I want to see some points. Let's get some points. Zyman Lacey taking the short pass. He said, I hear you. I'm going to take this 55 yards. Just shut up and relax.
So kind of him.
Very kind of him. He shut me right up. 55-yard touchdown. PAT no good. 6-6 ball game. Greenville was up early. All right, now Lacey breaking loose again. Carrying this ball inside the 10-yard line. Setting up the Falcons nicely. And now for Columbus again, Sean Williams on the QB draw.
I said, John, you want points?
They're like, hey, shut up. You're just calling the highlights. We're actually playing here. We'll get it done. He runs it in himself. 14-6 Falcons at the half. They win big, 34-12. How's that for points, huh? All right, coming up next year on EndZone, we're not even close to being done. Louisville hosting Northeast Lauderdale. Can Tyrone Shorter's crew continue to roll? We'll have those highlights. Also, Caledonia, Corinth, a double OT thriller. You'll want to see those definitely. And Amory looks like they're 3A state title bound. Can they beat Aberdeen? I don't know. Tune in on the other side.
Welcome back into EndZone. Let's head on over to Louisville hosting the Northeast Lauderdale for homecoming. Early on, second play of the game, Kieran Jackson off the read option. He keeps it and he's gone 65 yards to the house. Extra point was good. Wildcats go up 7-0. Now it's time for Northeast Lauderdale to take over on offense. Fourth down, Jace Jimison on the keeper, and he's short of the first down. That Louisville defense is too tough. They take over. Wildcats back on offense now. Jackson back to pass, looks on the fade route, finds Swahili Irby on a 53-yard touchdown pass, and the catch for the score. Extra point is good. Louisville extended the lead 14-0 there. Wildcats win it 42-0.
All right, Thursday night action. Caledonia, Corinth. Corinth driving on over here, and Avery Hodge comes up with a big-time interception. That gives Donia the ball back, but not much came of it for Coach Kelly and his crew. Same score, first half winding down. Jerry Hicks comes up with a big tackle for a loss, almost a safety. Cavs sure hope it was, because on the very next play, Chris Rogers made a big play for the Warriors, catching it over the middle and then taking it 85 yards to tie this ball game up at 7. This went to double OT. Corinth ended up winning it 29-27 because Caledonia missed a 2-point conversion to tie the game.
Tough.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's get some more scores in here for you. New Albany and Pontotoc. Pontotoc beating New Albany 21-16. Houston taking down South Pontotoc 59-28. Tishomingo County falling to Itawamba 48-0. And Ripley took down North Pontotoc 21-7. And Shannon was all over Moorville 44-21.
Now why don't we go out to Amory? Aberdeen Bulldogs playing up there, and I believe there's some fireworks here in this highlight. Yep, there's some fireworks, John. We love the fireworks. On the opening drive, Panthers QB Jatarian Ware runs out and pitches it to Charleston French to pick up the first down. On the same drive, but this time in the red zone, Ware tosses it to Emmanuel Randall, who goes untouched into the end zone, and he gives us a nice little flex for the camera there. Now the Bulldogs with the ball, and Jermaine Strong pitches it to Jaden Walker for the first down gain. But that would be the only positive for Aberdeen on that drive. Panthers ball again, and this time Ware drops back and delivers an absolute dime to Timothy Parks, but it's ripped out by Jermaine Strong. Parks jumps on it, though, to save it in the end zone for another Panther touchdown, and after the extra point, that puts them up 14-0 in the first quarter. Amory wins it 55-20.
Okay, Hatley, Noxubee County. Stewart finding Jadquist Clark for a nice little 5-yard gain here for the Tigers. And then Stewart again looking for Anthony Little. And this kid is such a special athlete, getting all the way to that sideline, staying over there, and he would get into the end zone easily from 35 yards out.
More fireworks.
I don't know what the occasion was, but
I like it.
whatever. Yeah, I'll take fireworks. All right, so Hatley now on this play fumbles, and James Mayo, over 300 pounds, picking it up and taking it for 6. We love to see plays
No
like
one
that.
even close to him.
Nope. No, he's got speed. He's got some speed. A little later, Martavius Wicks for Noxubee County. Teddy Young's got a bunch of very talented running backs. He takes this one 35 yards to the house. This was all Noxubee County getting it done 63-0. All right, coming up next here on EndZone, the Hamilton Lions looking for a 6-0 start. They're 5-0 for the first time since 1984, hosting Kyle Phillips and Noxapater. Fresh off a rivalry victory, Heritage Academy hosting Wayne Academy for the Patriots homecoming, and also West Alabama, Aliceville, Lamar County. Let's get some scores in here for you. Zachary took down Winona. Also, welcome back to EndZone. Zachary wins at 49-14. Mantachi blanking Alcorn Central 40-0. Kossuth beating Boonville 27-14. Nettleton taking down Senatobia 42-41 in double overtime. Baldwin beat Walnut 49-6. And let's get out to Eupora, small town.
Yes, your favorite small town.
That's right. Lance Pogue's favorite small town of Heritage.
Eupora
We'll get to him later.
homecoming there.
Yep.
Ty Murphy on the quarterback keeper here, takes it 45 yards to the house. The 2-point conversion is good on top of that. They go up 8-0. And look at those happy Eupora fans. QB Ty Murphy hands it off to Jesse Sudeth for the 20-yard gain here. This ended up leading to another touchdown. 2-point conversion, good again there. They go up 16-0. And here is a 35-yard completion to Mark Pittman for another touchdown. They just keep tacking them on 24-0 at that point. Eupora wins it 44-6.
Sheesh. All right, some more scores in here. Calhoun City winning a thriller at East Webster 30-24. East Union took down Belmont 41-21. Let's get out to Hamilton looking for a 6-0 start. Okay, Lions up 15-0 in the second. Kaiser Werner been unbelievable this year, and now he adds this insane run to his resume. He just flat out stopped multiple times just to get the extra yards. I mean, how do you stop that? I don't know.
I would like to see you try.
Yes, it sets up this. I would not like to try, probably tear an ACL. But then Werner just gets right into the end zone for the touchdown. Now Hamilton takes a 22-0 lead. Noxapater hung tough, though, after converting a key 4th and 8. Kyle Phillips, quarterback, back at it again, taking it into the end zone. And look at this, Grace. Points right at us.
Yes, he does.
Look at that. He knows the drill.
He knows what's up.
That was made at a 22-8 game, but this was all Hamilton winning it 43-8. They are now 6-0. Insane.
Let's get up to Tupelo. The TCPS Eagles hosting Biggersville tonight, and the Lions were a big headache. Drew Rousey hits Dylan Rousey, and he goes all the way for the score, 27-7 after that one. Later in the second quarter, Nathan Hatch takes the handoff, and he goes unstopped for 63 yards for the touchdown. John, just so many long touchdown runs in this one. The extra point was no good. Lions still up 33-7, but they were not through. From the Eagles' 24-yard line, Jace Taylor this time leaps over one defender and dives in for the score. 40-7 is your final from TCPS.
All right, West Lowndes hosting Lee County. Jaquavius Tate with a nice little 10-yard run here for West Lowndes. And then Elijah Johnson got moving a little bit for them as well. Got a good running game here. He ends up moving the chains for those Panthers. And then Jaquavius Tate, a 5-yard run. And this was all West Lowndes getting it done here, 48-6. Homecoming.
Homecoming at Nanawoya. They're hosting Newton. Warriors. Newton up 21-6. Jaquane Roberts gets the handoff up the middle, breaks some tackles, and he's still going. Brought down just inside the 15-yard line. Later on, Tyreek Snow gets the snap, keeps it around the right side, and he scores on the 14-yard run. The extra point is good. Extends the lead 28-6.
Just walked right into that end zone.
Yes, he sure did. No one stopping him. Nanawoya's turn now. Bryson Bowler gets the handoff, and he's going to pick up just a yard here. This Newton defense just a little bit too tough there. Later on, Bowler gets the handoff again, and he is stuffed in the backfield. Nanawoya trailed 28-6 at the half, and final score was Newton 34, Nanawoya 13.
All right, let's get a couple more quick scores in here for you. Okolona beat Smithville 30-8. Vardaman took down Sebastopol 27-6. We're not even close to being done here on EndZone. We got Heritage Academy highlights coming at you, West Alabama ones as well, along with many other updates, so stick around. Welcome back to EndZone. I hope you're hungry. Grace, look at those burgers.
That looks phenomenal.
I should have grabbed one on my way out.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I can't believe it. All right, Jack Ketchum finding Trey Nahr for a big game. Heritage hosting Wayne Academy, by the way. Why don't I tell you what game this is?
You were too excited about the burgers.
I love food, okay? I love food. I'm sure those fans do as well. So later, after a fumble recovery, Luke Fisher on the rush. I have no clue how he stayed in bounds here, a little tiptoeing around right near that sideline, but he gets right into the end zone for the touchdown. 10-0 Pats. Next drive.
Look at Lance.
Lance Pogue. He pours finest, all right. Noah Maiden with a monster gain here on the rush, getting to that sideline. He's probably about a foot or two away from me, not going to lie. That's why I backed up a little. But he gets inside the 5. They had to settle for a field goal. Yes, thank you. They had to settle for a field goal, and this was all Heritage getting it done. 39-7. Let's get some more scores in here. Starkville Academy falling to Magnolia Heights 24-14. St. Joseph beating Winston Academy 47-0. Oak Hill Academy falling to North Delta 21-20. Winona Christian beating Delta Streets 36-8. Columbus Christian first district win, taking down Humphreys Academy 62-46. My goodness, points on points.
Yep.
Hope you had the over at 109.5 because it hit.
I did.
Calhoun Academy beating Marville Academy 38-24. And then Hebron Christian getting blanked at home by DeSoto Academy 46-0. All right, some more highlights for you. Aliceville at Lamar County. Nice West Alabama action. Yellow Jacket defense is tough early. Isaiah Hill sacking Lamar County's Xander Bradford.
Looking the complete opposite way. I had no idea that was coming.
Those bushes in the background, though, that's a nice job over there.
They have something about Silligent, too.
Yeah, but Canthony Wilder, they do. Canthony Wilder ran away from it, a verse for a big gain and first down. Jermaine Ivey taking the handoff here all the way to the 20-yard line. Aliceville, man, the Yellow Jackets, Grady Griffin's team, they're just really tough. Canthony Wilder now on an inside pass, 20 yards out. PAT, no good. 6-0 Aliceville. This was all Aliceville, 48-21.
Well, let's stay over in West Alabama, don't we? Silligent Blue Devils playing host to the Greene County Tigers. First quarter, Noah Chisholm on the handoff to A.J. Lowe, and he's gone up the left-hand side, 52 yards to the house. Extra point, no good. Silligent up 6-0. Blue Devils back with the ball, and, you know, John, why not try that again? Give it back to Lowe. He goes 48 yards this time to the house for the score. Blue Devils up by 12. Now, check out this little guy.
Oh, man.
He snuck onto the field.
Get the paws up. You'll get the belly rub, young fella.
Just hanging out. And you know what he wanted, John? All he wanted were some pets.
Yeah, belly rub, I would have done it too. Even the players were.
He got some. Second quarter, Silligent recovers a Greene County muff punt deep in Tigers territory. Direct snap to Chris Baker, and he's in for another Blue Devils score. 19-0 Silligent. They win it 34-0.
Sheesh, what an amazing night of high school football. When we come back here on EndZone, we'll have our teams of the night. Grace, team of the night?
Team of the night's got to be West Point. Great win for them, back above 500.
Back above 500, 2 straight wins. All right, I'm going with Tupelo. Big win over Oxford, 35-0, dominant defense. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
WCBI Sports EndZone Show with John Sokoloff, Cam Dyer, and Grace Ibarra is brought to you by OCH Orthopedic Center, Jax, Carl Hogan Toyota, Wade Incorporated, and Clark Beverage Group.